Well, 32 Shea, in its original days, was a drive-through photo lab. In the early 90s, somebody turned it into its first coffee shop cafe. One day, I was driving by and there was a lease sign on the building, and I snatched it up. We start out our mornings as a coffee shop with a drive-through and a cafe. We have really small bites to eat and salads and gourmet sandwiches and a huge coffee program. We serve all kinds of coffee, anything you can get at the chain places, and then we have our own special little touches. There's no other drive-through in town that you can get a prosciutto mascarpone sandwich through, or any of our other gourmet things that we serve through our drive-through. And then at 4 o'clock, everything just magically changes. We switch over to a bistro. Our baristas turn into servers and bartenders, and our cooks become chefs, and we start our table service. Some of our menu items that we have, like our braised short ribs with the polenta cakes, is outstanding. We slow cook the short ribs, of course, in wine, and the meat falls off the bone. It's such a great combination with our honey corn polenta cakes. It's absolutely delicious. The minute you step on the first step of 32 Shea, you feel the love that's here, and it really was built with my love, with the local people from the Shaberhood, and the people working here as well.
So tell me what people can expect when they drive up.
It doesn't look like much from the outside, but once you walk right through that little gate there, the patio's on your right, and it's a great little, almost a full tree canopy, lights at night, nice fountain, and you don't even realize that it's right on 32nd Street because the noise is just drowned out by the fountain and the music. And
Felt Oasis-like. And Catherine, what did you feel like when you first drove up? Because it was new to you.
Yes, it was. And I had the same feeling. I was like, what am I getting into? And it was the same feeling. Once we walked up, we saw the patio, and that's where we wanted to sit. It was once we sat back there, it was very quiet. Didn't even know the streets were out there, the people were out there. It was just our own little place.
It almost has that New York feel because it's so small inside. It's like you're sitting really close to each other, but in a good way. I mean, it's really...
Yeah, they make it work well.
Yeah, friendly.
Yes,
It's
yes,
very
yes.
friendly. Yes.
So, Dolores, what did you have to start with?
We ended up starting with the bruschetta board. And turns out that night we were there, they had a bottle and bruschetta special. So we ended up kind of starting with that.
What was on them?
One of them had a cranberry, kind of a cranberry relish with some goat cheese. Another one we chose was tomato mozzarella and basil.
I had that too.
Yeah.
I had both those things.
Yeah.
They were
and
delicious.
Then we ended up with the third choice was the prosciutto fig with mascarpone.
You had that one,
Oh
Rob?
my goodness.
Yeah.
the prosciutto with the honey and the fig is just...
Rob, you said
That's
it right.
so good. Yeah.
Say it again,
Look at
Rob.
that
Prosciutto. Prosciutto.
Yeah.
It's for grandma.
Amazon. I got
Yeah, one of them, I think it was the prosciutto one, had the a little bit of like a garlic butter flavor on it, on the toast. That was the only one that I picked up a hint on it, and it was really nice, especially with that honey and the fig and the mascarpone cheese.
It's like you have to get them all.
Got to go back.
Yes, that too.
Yeah,
And
no,
we
it was
also
a
got
good
the
selection.
salami pesto bruschetta too, and that one, real simple, but really good salami, really good pesto. I love that Tuesday deal with the cheap wine. It's a great deal.
Yeah,
But
very nice.
Sorry, I
anyway.
missed that. It went on a Friday night.
Well, their happy
They're all
hour
great
starts
nights.
at 6 a.m., which I'm not sure. It's a nice marketing thing. I'm sure they're not really booming. I hope not at 6 a.m. anyway.
never know
Yeah.
with that drive-through.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, that's right. I was surprised to see
Oh, that's
that
right. They do
drive-through.
have a drive-through.
Yeah.
Yes. We had, besides bruschetta, we had the hummus. We started off with the vegetables, and we didn't finish the hummus, so then we asked for the lavash. And the lavash just came out in little pieces, and it was nice and soft. It was
Oh,
just
nice.
paired perfectly with the hummus.
Yeah. Ooh, I'm getting hungry. I like
I like
hummus.
that they had the option of like a special daily lavash,
Right.
their little pizza that they make there. They change it regularly, I guess, based on just what's available and what's seasonal.
She's always got something great coming out of the kitchen.
yeah.
So, but for my entree, I went with I think it's on the newer side. It hadn't been there the last time I went to the restaurant, but the braised short ribs over polenta. And,
Wow, we had that too. Gosh, we seem to order the
Nothing
same
better
thing.
than slow cooked meat. So slow cooked meat, the idea is that the longer you cook it, and at the right temperature, low temperature, long cooking, is it breaks down the fibers in the meat, and that's what makes it so absolutely succulent and delicious and moist.
This is the type of meat that you look at and it falls apart. I mean,
Exactly.
barely brush the fork across it.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. And the polenta cake underneath has a little bit of honey drizzled on top, which sounds kind of weird to go along with beef that's been braised and I think red wine, but absolutely phenomenal.
Catherine, what did you have for an entree?
For the entree, I had the chopped salad, and so it came in a nice plate. On the bottom was the lettuce, and then on top they had rows of chopped tomatoes, chopped chicken, and it was a very pretty presentation. They put the salad dressing on the side so you can judge how much you wanted.
Oh, that's
It,
nice.
it was good.
My mom and I decided to split the salmon, and it's a sweet chili glazed salmon over red quinoa that had some walnuts and cranberries mixed in, and that was kind of all placed over an avocado crema. And it was this great juxtaposition of texture and heat and cool and some of those flavors, because you had the sweet and some of the saltiness.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, then the
Wow.
hot salmon over the cool quinoa. It was really kind of a nice experience there.
Well,
It
the
was
influences
fabulous.
there sound South American, really, because you would have dried fruit sometimes. And quinoa, of course, I think was discovered in the Andes originally. Very high in protein, wonderful grain, very, very
Oh,
delicious,
yeah.
and especially that red quinoa. It has
It's-
even more fiber.
It was one of my favorite things I think I've had in quite a while.
Cool.
I'm not necessarily a salmon fan, but this, I would go back for that salmon.
Well, Rob, your choice is killing it here. So, what'd you have for dessert?
Well, first I got to put in a plug for my
Okay.
wife's favorite
Oh,
dish
yes,
there,
please,
the
please,
lobster
please.
mac and cheese.
Oh, yeah.
It sounds a little weird, but when you, I believe it's fusilli, very tightly wound pasta, so it kind of just soaks up all the sauce, but it's got a ton of goat cheese in it, if you like that goat cheese flavor. Pretty good sized hunks of lobster, and it comes with, I believe, a little piece of nice hard toast that kind of just dips into the sauce and soaks it up real nice. So
Okay,
really good
desserts.
stuff.
We're doing well so far here.
we did the Nutella cheesecake.
Ooh.
Nice, fresh, I guess, homemade cheesecake with basically just a glaze of Nutella on top. And then we paired that with, well, not paired, but also had the affogato.
I had that too. I had the affogato too.
You like it?
Yes, I did. I was a little worried about having it just because of the caffeine, the coffee
Yes.
with the ice cream, but it was worth the risk for me, and I enjoyed it very much.
Affogato, it's basically sweet cream ice cream with cappuccino
Yeah,
folded
yes.
in.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think they go with a vanilla bean cappuccino, and they also have a little bit of Irish cream, kind of to
Ay, ay, ay.
make it all this incredible thing.
Just to kind of go over the decadent meters, like,
And it's one of those start with a spoon, finish with a straw type of desserts. So
yeah, I like that one. We'll take that.
really good stuff.
If you would like to try 32 Chez, reservations are accepted for parties of 6 or more, and the average tab for dinner is $25 without drinks.